Alright, so guys, it's been a while since I played this character, the Smite hitting hand, the original Smite hitting hand Paladin that I used to push corruption, so I thought I would make an update on how I ended up, what I ended up settling on when it comes to gear and the whole setup. So I'm just gonna make sure a couple things clear, like this, the goal of this character was to push corruption as high as possible. I've pushed it to like about 1k. 1000 corruption. It was nowhere near any danger when it comes to like dying to any boss ability or pretty much anything. I still was not looking at the map mods or any the nodes or anything. Just click go next. I will just go over what I ended up doing with it. So the goal was to get as much defense as possible, obviously, be immortal, and then have a still have like good single target damage. I think clear is not that important. In this game, like you just need to be able to kill bosses, kill the orbis, kill non-elite bosses, etc, etc, and that build still getting bosses into dynamic boss DR even at like 900 1k corruption, so damage is still more than enough. The clear is the one thing that's not great, so I'll go over what I ended up going for. So I'm still using Javelin. First I'm gonna maybe go over again how the build works for those who maybe are not familiar. We use Smite to proc Healing Hands. Let me just show you real quick again. So the idea is like we use Healing Hands to trigger Smite to trigger Healing Hands, and with the help of that experimental mod here that gives us missing health as gained as ward, and Divine Bearer, it will give us ward instead of health with Healing Hands. That allows us to reach, like I'm pretty sure that last video that I made, character was about 35k ward maybe. And now I think we're about like 50k, 55k maybe, something like that, depending depending on the setup, etc. You can go a lot higher than that. You can get 60, 70k ward, for example, if you use a catalyst. Like, there's a lot of different setups you can do to get more ward, for example, more damage, better clear, etc. That's what I'm planning on. The choice between getting more ward or getting cap block, and I think cap block is just better because, as you can see here, for example, I have 101% chance to block and a 56% damage reduction from block effectiveness. And yeah, that pretty much means that compared to a character that do not have block, is pretty much the same as having 130,000 ward maybe. Something like that, 135,000 ward. And the way we're doing this, like we need a cooldown raise with Sigil of Hope levels. And the reason for that is that +4 allows us to not drop anything. We don't lose anything. We still get our 5 sigils. We still get our damage. See our cast speed and heal from Alacrity here, and we get Sign of the Guardian, which is an insane value node. That's pretty much 15% block chance right here, or 3 point, which is insane, as well as the block effectiveness, right? 25% block effectiveness, so it's huge. So that is the one thing that setup does not work without that. The only other way to get cap block without the sigils would be to have a bulwark with the LP and block chance on it, like at least 15%. I did not manage to get one, so no, kind of sad about that, but that is also fine. The rest of the gear is the same. We just get mana. Mana is an extremely important tool to get a lot of damage, because obviously we use devotion. So this part didn't change. I have a lateral with cast speed pen, which is ideal. Strand of Soul with the LP, CDR, and obviously just attunement everywhere. We do not need life on that build, that is the one thing. So since we don't need life, we can pretty much invest everything in armor. So as you can see here, for example, I have 7.7k armor, which is like, well, obviously you can get more. For example, if I had a better shield, I would have a lot more armor, probably like close to 9k. But this is what I have so far on this character. And we can definitely get better gear than what I have here right now. The goal is pretty much, yeah. I decided to go with block chance, block cap. Only like 50, 60k ward. And yeah, idols with all idols having like healing effectiveness and shred, which is again the thing for damage, as well as these ones with shred and smite damage. And for bosses, you swap in Throne of Vision. That idol doesn't really do anything if you're not fighting bosses, because you don't find enough rares and there's too much downtime. It's like it's a cooldown of 1 second per stack, so it's for outside of boss arenas it is kind of useless. So I will just do a quick idol swap whenever I'm bossing. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick update on what I end up doing in the character. There will be a planner in the description so you can look at it in detail if you want to see the skill points, like how my character is exactly set up. That's pretty much how it went. I'm very happy about this build. I think this is the best build if you want to push corruption in hardcore. Nothing really kills this character. The damage over time is obviously gonna be more of a threat because block does nothing against it. But since we're Sentinels, we get Champion Regalias, we use Eternal Gauntlets, we have a cooldown raise. That is like what? Around like 58%, 55%, 53% maybe armored mitigation through dots. So we'll still tanky against dot, just not as tanky as against hits, obviously. That's pretty much it for this character. Again, I don't think it will be playable next patch. They're probably gonna do something about Healing Hands World Generation. So again, if you wanna play this and experience an immortal character, now's the time. Thanks for watching again. If you have any question, feel free. Stop by at twitch.tv/Carn_, and answer them. But thanks.